Hi guys, it's Jake here again and welcome back to my channel. I am here with another informative video, and for today's video I will be talking to you about what exactly happens at a COVID vaccination center here in the UK. If you want to find out more about that, then keep watching this video. If you have been following me on Facebook, then you would know that in the past few months, I have been working as a COVID vaccine assessor in one of many COVID vaccination centers here in the UK. And I have noticed that a lot of people who go into the centers don't really know what actually happens. Some people expect to just come in and have their vaccination done in less than 5 minutes. Some people think that there will be loads of queues. So what exactly happens in the COVID vaccination center? So for those who are in a hurry, I'm gonna put the timeline here so you can click the timestamp in the description if you want to skip to the part which you want to know. So there are 5 major steps when you go into the COVID vaccination center. The first step is registration. Second is your assessment and consenting. Third is your actual vaccination. Fourth is the monitoring. And the fifth is your signing out. So the first step is registration. When you come into the center, you need to show your appointment details so that they can access and find your record for it to be ready for the vaccination. It would be very useful if you have your NHS number at hand so that it takes less than a minute to pull your record up. If you don't have your NHS number, then we will need to ask you your personal details, including your birth date, your postcode, your full name, and possibly your GP practice in order to find your record. This step takes around 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how complete your details are already on the system. The next step is assessment and consenting. This is where you might possibly meet me in one of the centers. The people who do the assessment are medically trained professionals, including nurses, doctors, and even physiotherapists with special training. So what happens in the assessment and consenting? So first of all, we do a screening to make sure that you have no allergies to the vaccine. We also want to know if you've got some medical conditions or if you are taking medications which may interact with the vaccine or will possibly affect your vaccination. Say, for example, you are taking a blood thinning medication for a long time. If this is the case, then it may take a longer time for your vaccination site to stop bleeding after you had your vaccine. We also need to find out if you tend to faint or become dizzy or hypotensive after having an injection. This way, we can prepare a bed where you can lie down so that we prevent any injury or any falls. And of course, this is all to make you safe. If this is your first dose for the COVID vaccine, then the assessors will explain to you the brand of the vaccine, what it does, what the mechanism of action is, the potential side effects, potential more serious adverse reactions, and what to do if they happen. They will also tell you the emergency numbers to call or the urgent numbers to call if you have any of the reactions. As a client having this vaccination, this is your chance to ask your questions or clarify concerns that you may have so that by the time you go to the queue for your vaccination, you are ready and mentally prepared for the actual injection. Once everything is cleared and you have no more questions and you are happy to receive the vaccine, the assessor will then save your file and put it as ready for vaccination. After this, you can now proceed to the vaccination queue. In the vaccination stage, it will differ per vaccination center. Some small centers only have the vaccinator with all the injection, the vaccines, and the computer. So they do your vaccination and then they finalize your record that you have been vaccinated. They input the details of what brand it is and what is the lot number of the vaccine that you had. In other centers, they may have 2 people in the booth, one with the computer and one to give the actual injection. Now, it is very important to say your preferences to the vaccinator before they give you the jab. Which arm would you like? So the injection is given on your deltoid. If you are right-handed, it is best to have it on the left side so that you can still use your arm just in case you have some redness, soreness, or even have a very heavy arm 6 to 12 hours after the jab. If you tend to faint, please explicitly tell the vaccinator that this might happen so that you can be put on a bed and you can be safe during the vaccination. Once you've had your vaccination, you then go to a row of seats where you will wait for at least 15 minutes. This is the case for the Moderna and the Pfizer vaccine. In some centers who are giving AstraZeneca, you may be free to leave after the vaccination. Why do you need to wait for 15 minutes? So this is to monitor if you have any sudden severe allergic reaction to the vaccine. Even if you had no previous allergy to anything before, it can still happen. And if it does happen, then we have the epinephrine pen to help you, and also we've got the medical staff as well as the equipment to cater to any medical needs before we send you to the hospital. If after 15 minutes nothing happens, then you're all good to go. But before you can actually leave the building, as part of the building regulations, we need to know the people have come out of the building. So in case of fire, then we know how much people we need to account for. This step is also important because this will complete your record on the system. If you skip this step, then your record might be left open and it will not reflect on your electronic GP record. By going through this step, this ensures your vaccination is recorded, and within 24 to 48 hours, it should be within your electronic GP record, which is available via your NHS app. Okay, so bonus part. What if you lose your vaccination card? Now, it is very important for you to try and keep your vaccination card safe and bring it with you on your second appointment. Some centers may not allow you to have your second vaccination if you don't have your card. If for any reason you lose your card, then you can still get a proof or an evidence of your vaccination by downloading the NHS app, not the track and trace, just the plain NHS app. Once you have downloaded the NHS app, you can go to your acute medicines record, and there you will see your vaccination record, including the brand, the batch number, and the date that you've had your vaccine. And that pretty much is your step-by-step guide to what happens inside the COVID vaccination center. If you haven't had your vaccination yet, then take the chance. It's free, it's from the NHS, and it is very important and helpful to everyone so that we can try and resume our normal life here in the UK. Also, if you have completed your vaccination, if you travel to some countries, you may not be required to do isolation. Also the same for when you come back into the UK. So that saves you time as well as saves you the money which is meant to be paid for the quarantine accommodation and your COVID testing during your quarantine to the country and in coming back to the UK. So you save money, you protect yourself, and you also protect other people. And that's it for today's video. I hope that this has been very informative to you and very helpful. I hope that you finish your vaccination, and let's all help to make a safer environment for everyone here living in the UK, but also all around the world. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like. And if you want, please subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.